What was the greatest challenge for you this year?
Greatest challenge. Being alone was the greatest challenge.
Corona, because I wasn't able to see my friends and most of my family.
좀 안전하게 다녀야 될 텐데 그 생각을 많이 한 것 같아요.
Finding new things, about myself that I like doing, and then just pushing forward with that. But finding them was the toughest part.
Not having anything to do during quarantine, and then when school started, I had trouble focusing during class.
이제 신혼생활을 이제 막 시작하는 게 가장 큰 챌린지였다고 생각합니다.
I was expecting to do less because Josiah was supposed to go to pre-K. I wound up doing double.
Just seeing the disparity between how people cope with COVID. Some people actually loved it because they weren't affected negatively. They're actually doing better than ever before. And there are people who are pretty much down on their luck and they're struggling a lot. So just seeing that reality was kind of, it was hard to accept.
What's the most important lesson you learned this year?
I think the most important lesson I learned was I can do it.
온라인으로도 공부를 할 수 있구나.
Don't be afraid.
You have to understand what other people are going through.
I learned about self-care, really taking care of yourself both physically and mentally.
The importance of community, the importance of someone else's presence.
어려운 일이 있을 때 기도하고 좀 인내로 기다렸을 때 결국에는 하나님이 다 도와주신다고 그거를 일단 믿게 경험하게 된 게 가장 큰 교훈인 것 같아요.
What would you do differently if you could?
I would probably focus on myself a bit faster.
Not to be so hard on myself if there was something that I didn't do or couldn't get done, but to give myself a break and say, you did it.
One thing I would change is fighting with my sister.
To try to help my family more.
Reach out to more people before everything falls out.
하나님을 더더욱 생각하고 가까이 가지 않을까 이런 마음이 듭니다.
What's next?
I got into college.
College?
Find a job.
이번에 태어나게 될 아기가 모두 다 건강했으면 좋겠다는 작은 소원이 있습니다.
더더욱 기도하고 더더욱 그렇게 바라는 것, 또 남을 위해서 무엇을 할 수 있나 그런 거를 찾아봤으면 좋겠습니다.
I hope that all the loss we had in 2020 in terms of the human connection, it will be made up. So extra love, extra affection, extra hugs.
Yeah, that's something I need to figure out.
I think of a church as a ship that's sailing together to a destination. I feel like I'm responsible not only sailing and get there, but safely. But due to Corona, where a lot of informations are being given and people are receiving, I felt like I needed to show a clear direction to our members so that they will not be lost. I think that was a greatest challenge. So I think I try to communicate with our staff and all the members what is that they are going through and how we need to maneuver this together, that would not be lost on the way because of this storm that's been hitting us continually. I remember when essential workers didn't have any mask in their hospital, in the offices, and when I made an announcement that we need those extra masks and sanitizers, and right away, within a few days, unexpectedly, people who care for others in the midst of our members did show they care for people and their love for people. And it's not the material thing that counts, but it's more than ever, it's like our hearts. And I think when our hearts are there, we could overcome, we can win. Any circumstances can be overcome.
What's next?
I probably would do what we couldn't do in year 2020. And for that, I think we put out a whole new series in coming January about the letter RE, as we kind of pressing a reset button. But that resetting button is not, it doesn't mean that we're going back to the way we used to do things. But I want us to overall to learn the lesson from 2020, and as we press the reset button, that it will be refreshed in a way that, wow, this is what it meant for us to be in a mission, what it means to be in ministry, what it means to care for others, so that we will mature, we will not doing the same thing with the same mentality, attitude, but caring more about people, not for the sake of getting things done, but help people to find meaning of what we are doing, what they are doing. I hope that as we return, restore, renew, we could all see the importance of one another as a community.